Hi, I'm Rob Lehner with Inspire Realty Partners.
And I'm Glen Marino, branch manager of Success Mortgage Partners in beautiful downtown Naperville. And we're here today with your
Tip of the Week. I'm very excited about this week's video. I've been working with renters, and I'm surprised to find that a lot of renters do not realize that they could be homeowners. And Glenn has brought to my attention a wonderful new program that he's going to explain for us a little bit that might make it possible for some of my renters to become homeowners. So do you think you could tell us a little bit about that program?
Absolutely, Rob. I'm excited also because education is the key here. So many renters don't think that they're capable of buying a home. Many of them had financial hardships over the last couple of years. Some have gone through bankruptcy, some through foreclosure, some have had short sales, and so they've been kind of forced into becoming renters. And now we have a program, loan programs out there, that actually make it affordable for renters to spend less money getting into a house than it would to have them get into, say, an apartment. Would you like to see how?
I would love to see that.
Let's take a look at this, because this is great, because again, our purpose here today is to educate you renters on how affordable it is to actually make you a home owner. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare renting versus purchasing. So let's take a look at the rent column first. In the rent column, you typically would have to come up with your first month's rent, $1,500. You'd also have to come up with a security deposit of another $1,500. So you're going to come up with totally $3,000 in out-of-pocket costs if you were to stay a renter. Let's compare that to you buying or purchasing, say, a $200,000 home. The minimum down payment on purchasing a $200,000 home is 3.5% or $7,000. But Rob and I have is a down payment assistance program that's going to give you $5,000 toward your down payment and your closing costs. So now that $7,000 becomes only $2,000 out of pocket. So immediately, from a down payment or out of pocket point of view, you're $2,000 out of pocket to purchase a home versus $3,000 if you're going to rent a home. Also, you're going to have an appreciating asset on your hand called a house. The second bucket of cash that we have to take into consideration is closing costs. Well, if you rent, you're absolutely right. You're going to have no closing costs. But if you purchase, there are typically closing costs of up to, say, $3,000. But with Rob's great negotiating skills and being the professional that he is, he's going to have the seller, he's going to negotiate for you to have the seller pay the closing costs. So now your out of pocket for closing costs would be zero in the second bucket. Third bucket is going to be what's called your prepaid interest / your escrows, or money that you have to set aside for your real estate taxes, for your homeowner's insurance, and you set aside those funds with your lender. If you rent, once again, that's going to be zero. You're not going to have to set aside real estate taxes nor homeowner's insurance with a lender. However, on the purchase side, because we pay what's called your real estate taxes in arrears in the state of Illinois, you're going to get a credit from the seller that exceeds the amount of funds that you have to put up with your lender for real estate taxes and homeowners insurance. So this third bucket, for all practical purposes, is zero. It's really going to be a negative number, but let's say it's zero. So if we then summarize, if you have nothing as far as escrows to put up because of the seller credit, if the seller through Rob pays your closing costs, and if all you have to come up with is $2,000, you're into a home, you're purchasing a home for all of $2,000 out of pocket versus you came up with $3,000 and you were a renter. Rob, I think this is just a great opportunity for renters. This is a program that is just been designed this year for the renters, for home buyers. You don't necessarily have to be a first-time home buyer, by the way, to take advantage of this. So please, if you've been a homeowner in the past, been renting, and you think that this is only for first-time home buyers, it is not. It's for anybody that wants to purchase a home.
Well, let me ask you something, Glenn. How much of this $3,000 and then the monthly rent is tax deductible on my taxes?
Rob, the $3,000 is totally non-deductible. They can't do anything with it, and it's a non-appreciating asset. They're helping the landlord continue to own the real estate, and the landlord gets all the appreciation and value.
And as we all know, the interest that you pay on a mortgage is tax deductible, as well as
The real estate taxes are
taxes.
also.
That's wonderful.
When we get into the further detail for the renters, they're going to see that on a $200,000 home in today's interest rate environment, which is very low, the payment with principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, everything included, is about $1,518. It's $18 more than what they might be paying in rent. Who wouldn't want for $18 more to be a homeowner for $1,000 less than what they would be having to pay to rent a home, become a homeowner? This is a program that we really have to get out there and let the renters know that this is a possibility.
Well, Glenn, that sounds like a great program. I'm thinking now on my client's behalf, what kind of credit score do they need to qualify? Is there some kind of like an income limitation that's with this program?
There is, Rob. The minimum credit score that one has to have as a renter is a 640 score. So if you have a 640 score, you would qualify for this program. If you don't have a 640 score, what we'll do is we'll work with them on what's called credit repair, credit rescore, and those that are motivated, those that want to become homeowners, they typically will work on the action plan that we give to them, and they'll typically raise their credit score within the next 30 to 60 days. So 640 and above, they qualify for the program. But then you also mentioned about the income limitation. There is an income limitation, but I think it's fairly liberal for this program. Mm-hmm. For a family, a household of 3, and that means husband, wife, and a child. That's a household of 3. The income limitation is $102,973. Round numbers, $103,000. So if you make as a household less than $103,000, I got to believe that that's probably a good majority of our renters. If you make less than $103,000. Again, you qualify for this program as long as you have a 640 score. So, great program, great opportunities. Would love to see more renters become homeowners.
Well, I would like that also. I'd like to be able to provide that to people who are feeling like they're in a kind of not in a good place in their life and are looking to own a home.
Well, how can they contact you or me to get involved with this program?
Well, I think the best thing to do would be call my office at Inspire Realty Partners, and the phone number is 630-423-5890.
Or you can contact me at Success Mortgage at area code 630-983-3600. 630-983-3600. And Rob and I will take great care of you, getting you qualified, or working on with you in order to qualify for this program. Stay tuned for other great informational programs that we're going to be bringing to you. So at this point, let's sign off and say we look forward to seeing you next week at your
Tip of the Week. Hi, I'm Rob Lehner with Inspire Realty. I'd like to invite you out to a home buying seminar at our office April 8th at 7 o'clock at Inspire Realty Partners on 75th Street. The address is, I'll get that out of the way right away, it's 3933 Suite 102, 75th Street in Aurora. And we're going to be talking about this very program that you were talking about in the video that you just watched.
Right. We're going to be talking about and giving you some more information about how you can qualify to become a homeowner, stop renting, start earning, owning an appreciating asset, and that's all going to be coming to you next Wednesday, April the 8th at 7 o'clock at Rob's office. So space is limited to the first 25 people.
25 people, yeah.
So please, the first come, first serve, respond as soon as you can. For those that can't get in, we'll hold future seminars because we want to educate as many of you that are interested in this program.
Please call our office at 630-423-5890 and reserve a place for you to be there.
Have a great day. We look forward to seeing you at the seminar.
Bye.
Bye now.